Hi guys.
What's going on?
We know it's been a while. A lot's been going on. We still been praying for everybody, and we still had some questions that was sent to us due during our long delay. But we're gonna jump right into it.
So the first topic that we have is someone just asked about how would you
Just talk about. They want us to just talk about finances. How we feel
about
about finances.
with finances. Me personally, I believe, especially I don't know. I don't think it's a married thing or a single thing. I just think it's all about the difference of saving. I think it's a very important time to be saving right now, especially with the way the market's going and it's starting to go back up now. But I just feel like saving is definitely a key factor. I know for Jazz and I, it took us 7 to 8 years in our marriage for us to budget.
Yes.
That's another thing is budgeting. That's very, very important. Like I said earlier, savings is for saving and not to dip in because you're in X, Y, and Z. Savings is for savings. Also, I do believe in allowances, so you do have to treat yourself. But before all of that, first and foremost, I feel like you need to tithe. We tithe
Absolutely.
10%
Absolutely.
of our income, and that is something that I feel like very, very important. Paying your bills is very, very important. And like I said, and I think, like I said, the allowance of treating yourself, I think that's something that's really, really good. But I just see a lot of people just want to just splurge. But hey, whatever your pockets can hold. I just those are the things that we do. Like I said, I think
Budget is the most important.
sticking to the budget too. I ain't gonna
Yes.
lie. Like I think that's hard. I mean that's like I said, even for us, like I said, sometimes we still go outside of the ranges of what we really want to do. But at the end of the day, we tithe first. We have
Our bills.
allowance. We pay our bills. We save, and like I said, we spend. Like I said, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with spending money, but you just gotta know what fits best for your family. Like I said, a lot of people, even a lot of married people, have separate accounts, but y'all got to just come up to what works best for that, for your marriage. For us, we have everything. Everything is one, so we pretty much do what works best for us. But like I said, even as a single person, I feel like if you're single, staying with your parents or you don't have to pay rent or mortgage right now is the best time to save. Like, please, if I never told you anything, just try to save. But I think the biggest key right now is tithing. Tithing is what's gonna bring everything together for me in that area. So
You basically summarized everything up. Only thing I say is budget. Like he said, once you know how much you make, and after you pay your tithes and after you pay your bills, then you go into a budget of how much you can allow to have for allowance, and set a budget for vacations, set a budget for like Christmas, birthday parties, yeah, vacations. And yeah, that's pretty much sums up finances.
the next thing is talking about is how important support is. You want to start off? You want me to
Yes,
tell? Okay.
it's super important. It's super major, and the reason why I say that is because it helps a person when they're going through anything or just doing something, trying to brand something. That support is amazing. And even if you're just like me, I don't have anything out that I'm selling or anything, but my support is like with helping me even with my kids. It could be a supporting my kids. That's really helpful for us. I my mom is very, very supportive. My mother-in-law is very supportive. And my nanny, all of them I have to give a shout out to because it's
My pops.
your dad and my sister Whitney, Tamara. They're really, really supportive. Like I can, like, I'm being like funny but not funny. I can tell them that Avon and Malia is growing a plant, and they really want them to see how big it has grown, but in person, like they are gonna try their hardest to get there, and like that means a lot. That mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
We have friends, people that we can call on. That's very important. And my thing is, I feel like we support a lot of people. We
Correct.
Things behind closed doors, things that's on social media, sharing stuff. But I will say that
it's not always reciprocated. It's not always.
thank you. That's why I was gonna get.
Yeah.
It's not always shown back. Like honestly, the Mike and I don't sell stuff. Like we have our YouTube channel that we just creating. I started. We appreciate for those that support. And if you don't support it, we're not mad about it. But at the same time, we support. We support. And I will say, like DeMichael said, sometimes it's not reciprocated back to us. So sometimes I don't support everything, and I will say that's something that I need to work on, is still support, even though I don't get the support back, because support is real. Like it really helps. And like if somebody's going through something, to support them, just that little bitty push or that little urge, you keep doing it. Somebody's working out, trying to work out, get back healthy. Somebody's selling something.
I'm gonna jump in. I think it's support. Like I said, it could be a lot of ways. Like I said, I feel like my wife, she grounds the house as a support system that I need while I'm overdoing my job and doing what I have to do. But another kudos moment to Jasmine Jackson. Like I know I called her out on Facebook. I had told her, I really love the way that I know she was having these Father's Day things or something she was doing with cups, and she's like, she ran out, but she supported another sister by pretty much giving her business or trying to even give her business. I think she was full also, but it's just those little small things. And I feel like, and I'm gonna speak on, I feel like in the black community, a lot of times it's always who making more money. Yeah, competition. Who makes more money than me, and crab in a bucket mentality.
Bingo.
That I really feel that we have to get out of. It's like I say, it's a lot of money out here for a lot of us to make. And what's going on in the world, I'm praying that this is just like a push to something different. But I just feel like we are stuck in that crab in the bucket mentality that we just definitely have to get out of. So big support to that.
To piggyback off of that, like my best friend has items, which is Jasmine. Then my first cousin sells something. I support them both. So it's ways. It's ways to do that. It's ways to support both. I have a cousin, Javian, that just came out with something. Shout out to him. I'm waiting on my shirt. Support try to support a little bit of everybody. And I know sometimes you can't support everybody due to financial things or just everyday life. We get it, but share something. It's not gonna hurt you to share a post. It's not gonna hurt you to share a post. I've had plenty of people ask me recommendations for something, and I tag somebody in it, like what Jazz did. That's very supportive.
Yep.
And like I said, a lot of people need that in our community. Stop trying to worry about, okay, I'm scared that somebody might go to them instead of me, or they're gonna make more money than me, or theirs might go
product or doing the same
theirs
thing.
Might go back. There's so many people that have like YouTube channels and different things that I support. Don't worry about it. They're gonna have more followers than y'all. I think we have like 22 followers. I'm grateful for 22. I didn't think anybody was gonna tune in. This was the idea.
Reach to one person.
Right.
I feel like we did our job. God is working through us.
And he's pleased because somebody brought this idea to me and DeMichael, and then I was like, okay. And then I heard it again, so I was like, okay, we're gonna look further into this. But again, that was support. So we thank you for supporting us and thinking of this idea for us to come forth.
The next thing, and like I said, we're gonna try to keep this short. We understand the attention span is very short, so some of our videos been long, and we're gonna try to keep these short. So the next topic we have is what does infidelity mean to us? And you want me to start off?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for me, I feel like infidelity just means doing something behind your spouse's back or your significant other's back that they don't know anything about. I mean, that's just it in a nutshell, especially when in a marriage. Like I said, when we talking about infidelity, I just feel like just going out and, like I said, if your spouse don't know about it, like I said, I guess that's infidelity if you ask me. I mean,
yep.
I do feel like, and I guess I'll go into the cheating also. Like for me, cheating is, like I said, similar to infidelity. But like I said, I think that's more of the sexual contact, the the intercourse, the oral sex, what else? Kissing, uh, text messages, like that your spouse is not, aware of, things of that nature. So that's what it means to me, infidelity.
What it means to Jasmine is infidelity and cheating is the same. To me, anything that your partner do not know about or you don't want them to know about. Boom. That's what it is. So that's what it means to me.
That's I say, we tried to pretty much cover it. But, the next thing is how your childhood could affect your adulthood. That's a big one. Me personally, I feel like everything that we do or go through, I think it stems back from our childhood, whether we know it or not. I know for me, I didn't have this hard life growing up, and that I feel. But I do know with certain things that went on in my household that affect me now as a grown man, and that affected me in my relationship. I personally believe that, and in those areas, I just try my best to change that generational curse, of that thing or whatever it was. Like I said, it may not be small to to a lot of people, but for me, it was something that was major and something big, and I just like I said, just kind of want to break that, and that's just me personally. But I think it's still a lot that we go through as children that we're taught and that we see, and that's mold us into the adults that we are. We just gotta make the right choice to change that. So I'll let Jazz.
For me, I would have to say same thing. Childhood, some things. My parents divorced when I was in middle school, and me not being able to control the situation, meaning that I couldn't make it work or make it fix. That grew into me becoming an adult, meaning like making me have anxiety in areas, because it's like once I can't fix something and it's out of my control, I get very frustrated because it goes back when I think back about it, where there's something that's transpired where I can't fix. I like to fix stuff. I like if something's wrong, I can be the fixer. But in life, you have to know that you can't fix everything, and so that's something that stemmed from childhood, and at times feeling abandoned because of the divorce. So therefore, just any little simple thing like and once I'm not gonna say it's simple. Let me rewind that. If me and my friends, we are not friends anymore, or we stopped talking, there's a certain type of abandonment that I felt or I went through because of it stemmed from childhood for my adulthood. If the Michael have to go away long term because of his job, I might have felt abandoned because I can't control it. It's something that I can't control, but I have to tell myself and get in tune that, hey, this is out of my control. This is his job. This is something he have to do. But those were childhood things that has bothered me and has transpired into my adulthood. So those are two personal things I could share, anxiety and abandonment.
That's good. And like I said, we coming up on 13 minutes. Like I said, we want to be around 15, 16 minutes. And the last thing I think we'll talk about is just kind of what's going on in the world right now with the protest and the killing of George Floyd. I think it's just definitely, like I said, for me, it was very hard to not only watch the video and really get in tune with everything. It's just hard. As being a black man, and Jazz and I tried to explain it to him one day, but I was reading a story that the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Khalif Wright, what he put down. I told Jazz, if I had to explain it, this is what I was trying to say. And sometimes we just can't express those things. And like I said, just for our white listeners, like I've seen a lot of support from a lot of people that I was very, very shocked. And I'm glad people are actually starting to really realize what we mean when we say Black Lives Matter. Like I said, we're not saying that only Black Lives Matter, it's just that we have a cry out for us right now at this time. And we really just need that. we need everybody to understand how we feel.
Right.
I feel like we haven't had a voice. We're not 2/3 of a person like we were back in the day. So right now we need help. We want you to listen to what's going on right now. And another thing that we got, and I know that I got from Pastor Moody, was the silence. The thing about silence.
Yes.
You want to?
It's a sign of silence is a sign of betrayal.
Yep.
And for those that are silent, I know it might be very hard for certain people to talk about or how to approach the situation, because I'm not good at approaching new situations. But find a way to do it, because we need that. And like the Mike said, we appreciate for those that, we have a lot of white friends that have reached out to us personally, have said nice things to us, and ensured that, they support us. But this is a very tough time for the African American community, and as for our black men, our black women, and for our black children. Yeah. And I can't really say the words right now, because it's so much. It's so much. Right. And like DeMichael said, all the time you can't find the right words to say, but
say something, do something.
Yes.
Just to try. And like I said, that goes from the top all the way to the bottom. Like I said, I feel like our pastor said, or our bishop said, hey, it's starting in churches. I think
that's the head. That's the head.
That's where it's starting, from churches to the celebrities, to the athletes, to teachers, everybody. I feel like everybody, just when you see something that's wrong, just call it. There's nothing wrong with calling it out. Like I said, it's no trying to justify something. And even like I said, even the president, terrible. Like I said, I'm in the military. I'm okay with it. Like I said, I'm okay with the consequences or whatever. It's wrong, and when you see wrong is wrong, you have to call it out. So I feel, like I said, a lot of people have been trying, and just continue. Like I said, just talk to that person and get to know us as a race. Like I said, and I will even speak on a cop's behalf. I know one of my friends, Darius, was talking, and we were talking about how we can only imagine as it is being a white cop going into a black neighborhood, not knowing us as a people. Yeah, we may be loud and we talking, but that's just how we are when we just sitting down in the hood or whatever it is. But you can send somebody that has no idea what it's like to come in that situation. Yeah, you'd be terrified. So I think they need more training and send certain type of people in those situations, but don't send a rookie inside of a neighborhood, all black neighborhood, that has no background of that. I don't even know what it's like to be there. This is the first time I ever seen black people. Yeah, they're gonna feel like they're irate or this or that. So I feel like it's just a lot of training that needs to be done in the police force. I feel like there's a lot of praying that needs to be done. I feel like it's a lot of the looting. Like I said, me personally, like I said, I don't
support it, but I understand it.
Facts.
Period.
That's it.
I don't support the looting and the rioting, but I definitely understand it.
Yeah. So.
And
that's just, like I said. I think that's. Now that you have anything else, I think it's kind of enough. I just want to kind of keep this short.
I just think when we take God out of things, this is the type of world we have, and that's just to sum it all up. We cannot make it in this world without God. Period. God is not going to have a white heaven and a black heaven. We are all one. And he loved all of us the same. And that should be everybody's focus, is to love like Christ.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Okay, well, that's it. Like I said, I hope y'all have a blessed night or day or evening, whenever time you look at this. So y'all have a good one.
All right, bye, guys.